We've had a tremendous response to this tournament, and all the positions decided except for 1 and 2. Australia, oh, that's an untidy bit of work there. Michael McCann down there, but Travis Brooks is up, and Eglinton is in the circle. Oh, Australia have not got that goal.
He's obviously off his leg. The umpire's blown the whistle. We're a bit unsure of what's happening here because the umpire blew a free hit for Germany. Umpire Eller's there on your screen. And then the free hit was taken. You watch it here, Robbie Hammond, yeah, goes off his leg into the goal.
Well, what an excellent setup indeed from Eglinton coming in from the right.
You can just see the deflection, unfortunately, of Robbie Hammond's stick onto his leg. That would have been a wonderful start for Australia, but not to be.
But a nice, bright, sparky start to the final in any case. Here's Robbie Hammond. Pushes it further up. Now, certainly the Australians will be missing Jamie Dwyer, who's out because of the hamstring. One of the key players in international hockey.
Well, one of the best players in international hockey, but I saw him at the hotel earlier in the day, and he certainly said his leg just wasn't up to it. That hamstring, which he hurt in the match against Korea. So he's out of the lineup. But Australia have to go with the players who are available, and Michael Boyce has come into the lineup.
I like to call him Pocket Rocket from Rockhampton.
Oh, he's wonderful. Yes, wonderful player.
Well, Whithouse for Germany. Played away to Duckwitz. There's the clearance being taken by Philip Zeller. And the other one wants to force his way through, which is Christopher. Awarded the FIH Young Player of the Year for 2006.
He's a powerhouse. He is a wonderful player, enormous speed and enormous power and strength when he gets into the circle. He's a very big player to play in the centre striking role.
Brent Livermore was trying to force his way through into the German territory. Foiled that. This is Krone. Krone, the most experienced player for the Germans, playing his 335th international, 29-year-old. He's been there for quite a while.
Yes, this German team have emerged after the Athens Olympics to be playing off in this World Cup 2 years later, and it's a full credit to their coach Bernard Peters, who of course we've already mentioned is going to retire from hockey and go to football or soccer.
Bielak plays that forward looking for Christopher Zeller, but the ball has gone away, and a very acute angle coming up on that side. It would be difficult to really control. That was Matthias Whithouse. Gets the ball again. Shoots it back for Bielak. Now this is Philip Zeller. Weisenborn again looking for Christopher Zeller. There's the obstruction, and Germany have the hit.
There's going to be a battle between Christopher Zeller at centre striker position and Bevan George, the fullback for Australia. Very fast, very strong, and very, very skillful players.
Germany ranked number 3. Here's Bielak, plays it back, comes to Krone. On the far side, the elder of the two Zellers, Christopher. So nothing that has been given away by either team. Germany in the bulk of the attack, but very well taken by Eglinton, putting McCann in charge, receiving the ball back again. The sturdy, deep defenders of Germany steal the ball away, but have conceded the free hit.
Yeah, very forceful tackle on Nathan Eglinton. An umpire from Germany didn't, from Denmark, didn't allow that to occur, but the free hit will have to be taken again because it wasn't taken in the correct spot.
the Germans back in numbers. Well cleared by Zeller. Ball's been relayed back.
Two of the players for Germany that I think Australia has to really watch is Emmerling and Weizenborn. Both of them are real quality players in the midfield and extremely skillful. And Weizenborn in particular is very, very fast, usually on the right-hand side.
And Livermore receives the ball, plays it back. Slowly building up an attack, but no, they realize they want the Germans to come out. This is Liam de Jong. Christopher Zeller, Krone. Now Duckwitz. Shurovsky has come in, number 13 for the Germans, as Biederlach takes a tumble. To the right by Weizenborn. Well read by Australia. This is Livermore. Oh, the ball's been snatched away. Shurovsky to the right, looking for the inroads from the right side. Oliver Henshaw.
Yeah, wonderful tackle by Dean Butler. That was a very important tackle at this time of the game.
Nothing being given away by either side, which is, as expected, the final championship match.
You wonder how they can possibly hear the whistle. There's so much noise.
We've had instances in the past, in one of the earlier key games, where there have been some whistling. Once again, Biederlach. Very controlled game in the defences by the Germans. Philipp Krone. No penalty corners as yet. Australia nearly had the first goal, but unfortunately, well, we had Hammond getting his foot onto that one and kicking it over the goal line. Australia, I feel, just under a bit of pressure at the moment.
They are. They just need to settle. Even in the match, in the semi-final match against Korea, very early on, I thought they were a little bit untidy, and that the momentum wasn't in the game. And the Germans, of course, are very keen to make sure Australia don't get their normal, fast-moving hockey going.
It's going to be Germany's hit. Emmerling plays to Biederlach. Philipp Zeller darting down the middle past Livermore. Good ball, looking for Shurovsky. Liam de Jong does well. Eglinton now in possession, but that's a miscued one as Philipp Zeller plays it on the right to Henshaw.
Germany would be very happy with their start. They've been able to control the ball and build momentum and build their way into this match without conceding a goal. That would be part of their plan.
Yes, that would be their strategy, certainly. Duckwitz played that ball long, and Shurovsky was not able to trap that one. The ball's been carried on that occasion by Duckwitz. McCann plays it away, and Hammond moves forward and has to run, but it's going to be a hit in for Australia. No score as yet in the World Cup finals at Mönchengladbach, as again denying the entry to the Australian forwards are a near watertight German defence.
Yes.
Shurovsky to Krone.
The Australian forwards are pressing, trying to put some pressure on that German defence, who traditionally like to play the ball around the back, build very slowly, take their time, and be very efficient about the way they go about their hockey. And of course, they're very good at it. Australia, on the other hand, will be trying to bustle and pressure them to make them do the turnovers and get them on the counter-attack.
Well, the Germans would want to become the second team after Pakistan to win a back-to-back World Cup trophy. Pakistan won it in 1978, and then at Argentina, Buenos Aires, and then Bombay in 1982. And Richard, they would want to do that. what they did, beating Australia 2-1 in the final at Kuala Lumpur 4 years ago. So, and also a landmark if they can do it at home. On the other hand, Australia, well, silver medalists a couple of times, would want to repeat 1986 when you were the coach with that team and beat England for the World Cup.
Yes, and it's winning.
Here is Travis Brooks, Livermore, Eglinton, Michael McCann for Australia. That's a corner been conceded by Germany.
Yeah, very good tackle by Zeller. McCann is a player who can put a lot of pressure on, and that's one of his main tasks, as well as getting in front of that net to get any deflections of the ball that goes across the front.
Again, McCann tries to get past Zeller, cannot control that one. It's going to be a free hit for Germany. So far, good contest between the two teams, befitting a final undoubtedly. Both the teams being denied the spaces to work their way towards each other's striking circles.
Once again, Australia putting the press on, forcing the Germans to go for the overhead ball or try to play the ball out.
Weisenbone. Good back up there. This is Fruste. Snatched away. That's a weak clearance by Australia. And Germany have the ball, but excellent work done there by Stephen Molam.
Yeah, wonderful save. Very bad turnover by the Australian defence, but Stephen Molam was there to defend the circle, and that's what he's there for.
Again, Biederlack rotating the ball amongst the midfield, and that is a little erroneous. One of the rare instances when the ball hasn't been trapped. Good setup nevertheless.
It's also going to be interesting to see the number of interchanges Barry Dancer, the Australian coach, involves in this game, because you see on that replay that big save, but with the interchange he's got without Dwyer, without Wells and without Grant Schubert, some of the players on the bench are very inexperienced and never been in this situation before. So we're going to watch that throughout the game.
It needs a very big match temperament, certainly. And Australia have done very well. They forced a free hit now with that foul from Duckwitz. And McCann will take the hit in.
Well, Germany like to play man-to-man in defence with some zone marking from the front, so it makes it very difficult. There's a marking situation we just saw then from the front by the German defenders. So any long hit into the circle has to be very accurate, otherwise there's an interception.
Crone plays to Sebastian Dragoon. Now taken by Furste. Still that tussle to gain supremacy and ball control. It's going to be hit and taken by Australia. Liam de Jong with the toss over.
And I think we'll see a lot of that in this match until somebody scores. And then when somebody scores, the other team will need to go at them a little more. At the moment, it's a cat and mouse tactics with the overheads, ball being thrown into space, and people running at the defenders.
Livermore. Deflection, but a foul by Biederlack, stick interference, and it's going to be Australia's free hit midway in their own half. Taken by Devon George. Germany from the quarter line.
Once again, Australia forwards are pressing the Germans to make sure they have to work very hard to get the ball out of defence. They'll switch the ball from one side to the other, trying to create some space in the midfield.
This is Germany with Eike Duckwitz. Now Furste plays it well. Whithouse. That's a bit of a miscalculated pass looking diagonally back to Thursday. But Dukwitz comes and sweeps that away. Now Christopher Zeller, he's looking dangerous there, and he scored the goal for Germany. They've struck midway in the first half to take the lead in this World Cup final, and Christopher Zeller has got his 7th goal of the World Cup here.
Yes, he's so powerful. The moment the Australians turned the ball over and Zeller picked it up, the strength of the man, the power of the running. You see the ball's knocked forward to him here. Straight away he accelerates, runs straight at the top of the circle. Not too much stick work, just enough. And unfortunately for Australia, there was just a little deflection as it goes in, which of course beat the goalkeeper. I think the original shot was missing.
But here comes Australia with the charge, and they're in the circle. No penalty corners as yet in this match, and the corner has been taken. So Australia coming in with the counters immediately. End-to-end stuff in the first penalty corner.
Well, that was wonderful play by the Australians. They didn't let the fact that the Germans scored the first goal upset them. Immediately on the counter-attack, forced the ball into the circle. We watch it here. Travis Brooks goes along the goal line, knocks the ball back underneath the German onto his foot. Penalty corner.
Now we got Troy Elder. We've got Brent Livermore there as well.
Interesting, in the last match, Troy Elder scored 3 goals against Germany, and he will be looking to try and build on that. The umpire's making sure the German players are behind the line before the ball is pushed out.
Now the first penalty corner, and can Australia get the equaliser? Yes, they have.
Mark Knowles, well, Australia pulled a real surprise there. They didn't go for the flick at all. They actually used Mark Knowles as the pinch hitter, not known as the penalty corner hitter. He actually hit it, not that well, but good enough to get in the goal, and it's 1-1.
It was a pretty soft let-in, something that the Germans would be, well, upset about. Look at that.
Yeah, they all count as one as we watch it from the other angle. He just played the ball on the right-hand side of the goalkeeper and into the back of the net.
Emmerling. Like moving on to the right side, looking for Christopher Zeller. It's a bit too long for him. Livermore moves up. In fact, Eglinton. McCann playing it up onto the left. And a corner. Australia looking very dominant at this stage.
They certainly are. The Germans are absorbing a lot of pressure here, and I'm sure you'll see them try. Oh, penalty corner he's given it. The Germans won't be happy because the ball actually went into the circle in the air. And umpire Ehlers says, no, it's a penalty corner.
Germans protesting.
The rule actually doesn't say that the ball has to be on the ground going into the circle, providing it's not dangerous.
So another opportunity for Germany to take the lead, and they've converted one of the 2 last one. So it'll be interesting to see another change in tactics, if at all, from Barry Dancer and Colin Batch. Barry Dancer up in the stands, Colin Batch is the man on the bench. And here is the push, the direct one, and Australia have the lead.
Yes, Naylor has scored. The young players come onto the field. No Troy Elder on the field at the moment. No Luke Dorner. Naylor's been called on to take the flickered ball, and he's flicked it past the goalkeeper on the right-hand side. There'll be nobody happier in the stadium than Naylor. Watch him here. Matthew, the goalkeeper probably should have saved that.
That was a savable height, certainly.
Yes, Matthew Naylor, he'd be very happy about that, but that certainly was savable.
So 2-1 now for Australia as they've broken into the lead. A lot of work to be done by the Germans now. Christopher Zeller going for a little slip up on that occasion. Can control the ball inside the circle, but here once again, this is Furste. Comes away towards Henschel. Back to Furste. Being tackled by Aaron Hopkins. He's given up the free hit to Germany.
It was a nice pass into the circle, but unfortunately for Germany, Henschel couldn't make the trap. And here we see the drag flick. That's a beautiful technique. His whole weight's being transferred through the ball.
Now Nevado. Philip Zeller. Looking for Sharowski. Nevado's moved off on the left. Christopher Zeller steals the ball away. He's trying to break through the Australian defences and has earned a free hit. Now Emmerling. Oh, a penalty corner for Germany.
That's exactly what Germany wanted. That's what they worked for. Unfortunately for Australia, Bevan George had the ball on the edge of the circle, just couldn't quite clear it away. Subsequent free hit went to Germany. Before the Australian players could retreat, the ball's knocked into the circle. In fact, a little bit off the ground if you'd like to have a look at it there, but it hit him and it was a penalty corner for Germany. And here's Zeller, and he's very dangerous in this situation.
Well, trailing 1-2. And Stephen Molam, it's going to be a big test for him. He's been arguably amongst the best goalkeepers here this World Cup.
Yes, he's been in absolute tip-top form, and he will need to be to defend this goal.
And can he stop the big man? Christopher Zeller, who scored for them earlier. He's got 7 in the cup, 1 today. Here he comes, and an excellent job done by Stephen Molam as he palms that away with the left glove.
Yes, a very, very good flick, but it wasn't placed where he really wanted it.
And a little undecided on that occasion was umpire John Wright from South Africa. It's going to be a corner which is taken back again to Germany. Engineering their way, trying to orchestrate their way forward for another penalty corner. This one's been put out for a corner by Bevan George.
A lot of pressure on the Australian defence here with less than a minute of play remaining to half-time.
A good ball from Krone to Emmerling. Emmerling waiting for the Australians to come and challenge that one. And it's a good one off the stick of Emmerling, his last touch. And the free hit for Australia has since been taken. We're in the final minute of play before half-time. Australia lead Germany 2-1 as Travis Brooks loses possession. Now Germany with Christopher Zeller.
Great skill.
Oh, lovely ball there. Oh, what a miss by Germany.
Well, it just shows you how important Zeller is to this German pack. It's a wonderful run by Zeller. Nevada just missed the deflection as it went across the front. Fantastic hockey. It's absolutely top hockey for a World Cup final. Both teams throwing everything at it, and the crowd are loving every minute of it. Of course, the German crowd would love to see Germany score their second goal as half-time is sounded.
Yes, that's right. What a lovely attack by Germany in the end. It nearly became 2-2. Great piece of work from Christopher Zeller, but couldn't be finished off the last by Nevado. Germans were right there into it. So at half-time, we've had a great 35 minutes. Australia, the Olympic champions, are leading the world champions Germany by 2-1. And you see tremendous amount of German support here, which is understandable. Germany hosting these championships for the first time. They would want to win this like the Dutch have done twice in the past in 1973 and 1998, which means winning twice at home. Holland, of course, have had a third title as well. And the Australians would be looking for their second victory as play gets underway in the second session. Australia playing from the right to the left.
This has been a wonderful World Cup final to date, and this big crowd in expectation of the continuation of this high-quality match with Germany obviously the favoured to some extent with this massive support from the crowd, but the Australians putting up a wonderful performance.
And now Germany attack with Weisenborn. Well tackled, good defensive work seen there. Bevan George, and now the ball travels the length of the field. It's going to be a free hit for Germany. This is Philip Zeller. Plays to Krone. Timo West, the German captain. Whithouse. Germany is hit in. Biederlack is already positioning himself. Coming from behind was West. Germany getting a bit of territorial advantage.
A deflection, so it will be a free hit for Germany just outside the circle.
Again, Weisenborn. Soft one and taken by Maulam. Timo West. Weisenborn. Krone. It's a little too powerful. Ball's not been trapped there by Whithouse.
The Germans like to move the ball around the back, around the top of the circle, and look for that opportunity. They're not known to be enormously high risk takers, as opposed to the Australian forwards who like to poke the ball into space and run onto it. The Germans like to work it methodically forward, as we see here.
Nevado steals the ball, plays it away, and Wissenborn. That's a little erratic. Free hit for Australia, who leading 2-1 in this World Cup final. Australia winners in 1986, Germany defending the title. That's a poor effort with the overhead, and Australia on the turnaround now. Troy Elder has the ball. Sliding tackle from Krone. Elder gets past him. Here's a chance for Australia's third goal. Yes, indeed. Australia have done it in great elan, in great style. And while Philip Krone really couldn't stop the Australians coming in smoothly from the left, Troy Elder is the man who engineered it and finished it off.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Effort.
Yes, it was. And we see here on the replay, Elder goes along the line, knocks it back to Hammond, who just was clever enough to get a ball forward over the goalkeeper. And here it is, the drag by Elder on the goal line, back to Hammond, who knocks it forward. He's very good at that. And Elder following up, knocked it into the net. It's a very good build-up by Australia. 3-1 after 38 minutes in this final.
Fine start to the second half by the Aussies. They've taken a 2-goal lead and kept the Germans in a bit of disarray in their defense on that occasion. But here is Australia neatly getting that ball outside the quarter line. Up they come with the charge. And again, and this could well just be a penalty corner. No. Travis Brooks and Michael McCann taking the tumble on that occasion.
I think it was a good umpiring decision, because McCann pushed the ball underneath the German defender and fell over the top. And I think it was a good decision by the umpire to allow play on.
Thibaut Wissenborn leaving it for West.
Not sure what's happened here. I think there's something happening with the goalkeeper's equipment.
Yeah, the hold up is there because of blue balls.
Maybe the padding's come out of the top.
So timeout has been called as Ulrich Bobols is fixing his protective gear. And this is the goal that came about. What a fantastic effort coming in from Troy Elder. He started it all, got Krone on the wrong foot first, and then finished it up in great style. Timo West, German skipper. Krone, Biederlack. Fürste is in the central midfield. Now here's Zeller. And timeout has been called by umpire Mr. Ehlers, and it's going to be a card. Most certainly.
Well, I think Dean Butler actually thought it was his free hit, so he took the free hit. But umpire Ehlers has given him a green card, which is all it deserved.
So Dean Butler goes away after getting green card into his defenses, and Germany from about 5 meters outside the quarter line will take the free hit. Philip Krone is already waiting for his players to get into their positions, plays it with the reverse, West, the ball rises in the circle. Nothing comes off that except another hit for Germany. Dummy, and Weisenborn now shoots that. Great stop by Hammond and Zeller now. Philip Zeller.
He's a strong man. When he's got that ball on his forestick, it's very difficult to get the ball off him, as it is with his brother.
Yes, Germany making attempting to get inroads, and a goal there for Germany. It comes out of the blue, really. What a deflection, and Germany have bounced back with their second goal. Is it Moritz Furste? Yes, it is, and Moritz Furste has got his third goal in the Hockey World Cup here in Mönchengladbach, and Germany have got their second, but they still have plenty of work to do. That's how that goal came in, and not read at all. It just went past goalkeeper Molam. So Australia doing the mopping up at the moment. Gently, but cut away. Now Shirovsky with the back pass to Emmeling in the circle, and a backhand taken, and what is that? It's the equalizer for Germany, 3-all.
Well, it's hard to believe that was the slowest shot at goal you'd ever see, but the pace of it was so slow it beat the goalkeeper, and that was a crucial mistake by the Australian defenders at this time of the match. They're under pressure. They've now allowed Germany to get back into this match at 3-all with 20 minutes of play remaining. And if we watch that shot from Emily on the top of the circle, you just see how slow it is. There's Butler, who loses the ball in the... And watch this shot. It's going so slow, but it's a lob almost over the top of the goalkeeper into the back of the net.
Absolutely, a backhand lob, really. Very much like what you would probably see in the tennis court. Played away by Krone, one-touch Biederlack. Germany again trying to press and find inroads, make some gaps in the Australian defense, but Australia good to counter, and the turnaround coming up now. Played away to Elder. Naylor on the outside. And it struck the foot.
Yeah, I think he lifted it into Krone, so it was dangerous. So a free hit to Germany. The pressure's been relieved on the German defence for the moment.
West playing it a bit too angular for Whithouse to get to. And this is Aaron Hopkins down the middle. Nothing is going to materialize except a free hit for Germany. 3-all, the most enthralling final of the World Cup. Keenly fought tussle. It's going to be nail-biting, I dare say. And all the spectators are going to be on the edges of their seats as this match fluctuates from end to end. Germany going on to the attack now. Here's a chance for them. They've got the fourth goal. What an effort from this man, the darling of the crowd, and it's been done so marvelously. Great run, great carry down. Christopher Zeller gets his 8th goal of the tournament, and also, importantly, Christopher Zeller has got his second one today.
Well, this match has turned completely on its head since the 38-minute mark, when Australia had a 3-1 lead. And in the next 12 or 14 minutes, the Germans have fought back to now be in front. And a lot of this can be contributed to the German team, the way they've played, and the fact that some of the Australian defenders have just made crucial mistakes like that coming out of defence and turned the ball over.
So great effort, single-handed Christopher Zeller, once again proving that he is perhaps the best player on the pitch today.
Well, he's a wonderful player. When he gets the full head of steam up, and he ran around Hopkins just like he wasn't there, pulled around the goalkeeper and knocked it underneath him to make the score 4-3. Here he is again. Look at the strength of this man. He's still under 21 years of age. He's got enormous strength. Sees the goalkeeper coming, has the presence to drag it one way and knock it underneath. That's a wonderful goal.
So Australia have another quarter of an hour. If they need to do something, here's the chance for Australia. And, oh, just wide. I thought that could have perhaps ended up to be at the back of the net. But, well, in the end, look at that once more. Michael McCann.
Yes.
In fact, he should have passed it away.
Yeah, he could have passed it to Eglinton at the top of the circle, but he was so engrossed with beating the goalkeeper. And it was a lovely play by McCann, but just shot wide.
Wonderful display. Do a big boost to the sport of hockey, which has already enjoyed its biggest television audiences this World Cup worldwide, and we've had a great crowd on all the days that the World Cup has been here at the Warsteiner Hockey Park.
And Troy Elder, I think, just either there's a clash of knees or sticks or something. Nice sportsmanship showed there.
Yeah, take another look there. That was Timo West and Elder. Now Aaron Hopkins just inside the quarter line to take the hit for Australia. They've got their backs to the wall. Can they make it for all? We've got a great match on our hands. The crowd are loving it. Here's Hopkins, plays it away to Liam de Young. Flicked in and high and over. Whithouse, umpire Wright says no, it's dangerous, it's lifted, and it's going to be a free hit.
Yes, when the circle is so congested, and to see the ball's played round the back by Germany again, which they're very good at.
Biederlack again with the gentle toss-up. Livermore.
I think Australia would like to see Brent Livermore run through the lines a little bit now.
Hopkins, and that one's been cut off by Christopher Zeller before it could get to Eglinton, who's chasing him. But look at Zeller. What has he kept? He's reserved his best for the final.
Yes, he certainly has, and he's an absolute powerhouse and going to cause defenders around the world a lot of heartaches in the next one. Here's a turnover.
And again, Zeller gets the loose ball. He's got good tackle coming in meanwhile, and releasing that ball immediately. Now again, Nevado. Ball doesn't go to Hammond. Elder trying to get to it. Gets to it now. Brooks and Elder. Oh, that's miscued. And Emmerling. Now away to Henshaw. Weisenborn. Nice release back for Philip Zeller. Krone. West to Nevado. Nevado's got Spanish-German blood. And here is Germany again. That was Dragoon, Sebastian Dragoon. And Emmerling now with the ball. He's got a goal against his name today.
Germany again forcing their way down the right-hand side. They've done this for the last 20 minutes against this Australian defence.
Emmerling gets the ball back. Nevado, Emmerling tossing the ball to each other. It's won by Germany. It's got to be taken again, said.
Alex keeps it and gets back to the line of scrimmage before being scared off by Leonard Little.
And I don't know why.
Weisenborn losing possession. Hopkins leaving it now. Probably going to be an overhead. It's not a powerful one, considered dangerous by the umpire.
Yes, and the pressure's starting to tell now.
Yeah. Eveling, Philip, Zeller, Krone, Wes. They want the Australians to come up and challenge them. Otherwise, the Germans are quite happy to rotate the ball amongst themselves in the defences. Now Wes, gently forward to Rithouse.
Yes, the Australians will have to go at the German defence now. Otherwise, the Germans will be more than happy to kill the next 10 minutes of play in this World Cup final. Still plenty of time left in this match for both teams. The pressure's now being applied. Germany will use the overhead to get out of this tight situation, but of course in doing that, they turn the ball over.
It's going to be a hit for Germany.
To some extent, possession is just as important as is control of the area. So the Germans will be very keen to try and get hold of the ball, as well as to build some pressure on this Australian defence.
Knowles played it away to fullback would come on. And again, Germany quite tactically, strategically, knowing that they've got to play out the time, keep the ball away from their own half as fast as possible.
It was a wonderful tackle by Krone, and Robbie Hannon has been felled by that man again. Number 9 for Germany.
Fürste.
Yep.
So Luke Donner is there as well. This is Fürste. And in the hope that Germany would concede a penalty corner, but there's action happening for Robbie Hammond as he's going through with the toss over. Australia, Germans falling back in numbers, Australia running into traffic. Brent Livermore now. Liam de Young going away to the right. Here's the ball deflected over, and it's going above the requisite height. It makes it dangerous, and Germany wouldn't mind that.
Well, they'll be very happy with that. A skill error at this time of the day, but of course all of the players are particularly tired. Even though it's not a particularly hot day, it's quite humid.
Tibor Weisenborn. Now Livermore for Australia. Eglinton. McCann looking away onto right. Matty Naylor. It's going to be Australia's free hit. Cleared away. The Australians looking on in hope and anticipation. And
yes,
now, penalty corner.
Yes, the umpire off the ball has indicated it was a penalty corner. The players in the Australian team have appealed for a penalty corner because it went up in the air. Umpire Ehlers was walking over to speak to John Wright. They should actually tell the players to move away from the area. There's a penalty corner for Australia. Well, I think that's actually the correct decision. But umpire Ehlers was in the best position to see it. He was a trailing umpire. The Germans will protest, of course, and there's no point in saying go to the video umpire, because the video umpire is not allowed to rule on decisions in the circle.
That's right. Now that's how it's happened. It struck the foot, no doubt.
That's right. And of course, Luke Dorner is on the field for Australia at this moment.
It should be a plus point. Now that's his first entry onto the pitch in the final. And there was Bernard Peters looking on. Let's look at the penalty corner conversion for Australia.
Yeah, that could be a defining decision in this World Cup final. I think it was the correct decision.
Under 5 minutes remain. And Luke Dorner is all set. We have Mark Knowles there as well. Livermore to stop. Here it comes, Dorna. Oh, it struck the post.
Can you believe it? It's hit the post.
And Naylor will not do that. Wow, how distinctly unlucky. The corner has been taken and a challenge coming in from Montag. Again played away. Livermore sweeps it in. And this one is a raised ball inside the German circle by an Australian stick. So Germany survive. And take a look at that one.
Yeah, there's the flick, the drag flick, the deflection, and it deflected onto the post. And that post could be the defining moment between Australia winning this World Cup final or not. That's how close this match has been. But with 4 minutes of play remaining, the ball is definitely in Germany's court. The engravers are starting to warm up the machinery to put Germany on the World Cup, World Cup itself.
Well,
still 4 minutes of play remaining.
That's right, anything could happen. Could be a late burst once more from Australia. But here's Christopher Zeller. Another hit for the Germans. Crowd are up on their feet. They're enjoying it. Zeller again wins a free hit, ball striking the foot. Zeller and Weisenborn. Now Australia need to hurry it up. Oh, again it's been trapped and stopped by Whithouse.
It wasn't a good decision by Dean Butler.
Weisenborn, Whithouse, and again Germany have the hit from outside, well, just outside the dotted semicircle. Push back to Whithouse. Germany will want to play around with the ball, keeping possession and play out the time understandably. 4-3, it's the narrowest of margins. A one-goal lead is always very dangerous. You can turn around at any time. We've seen goals being scored in this tournament in the last minute as well, the dying moments of the game. Here is Australia. Can they hold their nerves? The umpire says play on. Weisenborn looks up at the umpire. Now he moves forward. And Australia have the hit in. Taken by Knowles. Away, and you can see the butterfingers emerge at this time.
Absolutely, the pressure is just starting to tell on the Australian players as they chase everything down with just on 1.5 minutes of play remaining.
Australia win a free hit. Troy Elder gets it away. Now Brent Livermore, Michael McCann. Can McCann get it past Montag? It's a shot fired in, well taken, and trapped there by Crone. And it's been hit from outside. So time, the enemy of Australia at the moment. Whoa, here is a chance for Australia. Can they get something out of this one? Crone is the man of the moment for the Australians. As, well, you had Australia not able to take another look at that.
Yes.
Possibly the last chance that they got.
Wonderful tackle at this time of the game by Crone. He just defended his feet. He knew that Dorna was going to try and push the ball onto his foot. But there's now less than a minute remaining. Every person in the stadium who's barracking for Germany is up on their feet. The pressure's enormous.
Yeah, and the overhead has been played. The whistle is blown. Australia, will this be their last attack? We've got under 30 seconds remaining. Luke Dorna now has been struck on his hands. The timeout has been called by umpire John Wright, and rightly so, and probably a little bit of warning and cautioning. I don't think there's going to be any card at this stage. So Germany striding to their second World Cup title victory And if they do that, it's going to be back-to-back. They are the defending champions as Australia take that shot, blunted by Crone, who moves forward. The countdown is beginning, and is it going to be a fitting finale and tribute for Bernhard Peters from the Germans? And they are rejoicing, they're jumping up, and well, they are the world champions for the second time running.
Yes, and you can only take full credit to them from the 38-minute mark in this match when Troy Elder scored the third goal from Australia. The Germans have basically dominated the last 25 minutes of play with goals in the 46th minute, the 50th minute, and then that magnificent goal by Zeller to put them in front. Then they withstood everything that Australia could throw at them, including the last penalty corner that deflected off the post. So all you can say is full credit to Germany. It was a wonderful final, enjoyed by a massive crowd.
Oh yes, Richard, but indeed, what a game, but disappointment for Australia. They couldn't get their name onto this handsome trophy for the second time. But well done, Australia, despite the limitations, despite leaving some of their top players. Remember, while we didn't have the pocket rocket from Rockhampton play Jamie Dwyer, I think that would have made a lot of difference to the sting and spark of the Aussie attack this evening. But Germany deservingly winners of the World Cup here at Mönchengladbach at home, 2006. And indeed, the crowd have been treated to some fantastic high-quality hockey, as best as any final should be.